You are constantly feeling drained by the end of the day, even if you didn't do a lot. This video's for you. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You are likely experiencing something called decision fatigue, and your nervous system is exhausted. So, today I'll break down the neuroscience behind decision fatigue, how it shows up for high performing leaders, and what you can actually do to avoid it without completely overhauling your life. So every day, your brain makes thousands of decisions from the moment that you wake up: what to eat, what to wear, how to respond to a text, how to show up for a meeting, whether or not to go to the gym. All of this drains mental energy. Even the small choices add up. So, neuroscience shows that your prefrontal cortex, that's the part of your brain responsible for things like executive functioning and self regulation and decision making, it gets fatigued like a muscle. So, as it wears out, your ability to prioritize and regulate emotions and resist impulses and make thoughtful decisions all decline. So, this is why at the end of the day, you're more likely to snap at a loved one or binge on snacks or say yes when you really want to say no. You pride yourself on being decisive and productive and pulled together, but underneath that, you're running a constant mental to do list in your head. And so, decision fatigue and high performers often looks like avoiding non essential decisions until the last minute, or procrastinating on things that require thought, or feeling indecisive, or second guessing yourself, or emotional reactivity or irritability, over relying on our defaults, scrolling, food, whatever's easiest. So here's the kicker: the more you push through without regulation, the more drained your nervous system becomes, increasing overwhelm and disconnection. So, here's how to support your brain and body to reduce decision fatigue. One, simplify the low stakes choices. So, we want to create routines for things like meals and clothes and morning rituals. Any opportunity that we can create a ritual, create a routine is going to reduce that mental load, that decision fatigue, because it's something we just already know what to do, how to do it, when to do it. Number two is using decision windows. So reserve the most focused mental energy for complex decisions. So for most of us, earlier in the day is when we have the best brain functioning. So we don't want to schedule hard conversations or strategic planning when you're already fried. So paying attention to what time is best for you when you feel the best, and then choose that time for the things that require a lot of mental energy. Number three, tune into your nervous system. So your body gives signals, and where when your capacity drops, honor it. So that means we're actually paying attention, noticing the signals that our body is offering us. First, it's actually trying to do things that are going to support us before we're completely exhausted, which is like taking breaks throughout the day or moving our body or drinking water. Different things that we can do, especially if you're someone who, like me, spends a lot of time in front of a computer behind a screen. So, being proactive when possible, but then also paying attention to the signals that the body is offering, and then honoring it. Taking time for short resets throughout the day so that by the end of the day, we're not just completely drained and exhausted. Number four, default to aligned yes or aligned no. Those full body yes, full body no's. If it's not aligned with your values, say no. So when you stay rooted in your vision, in your purpose, rooted in what's really most important for you, you reduce the number of things you even have to consider. If it's not aligned, make it a no. And then number five is regulate before you decide. So if your system is dysregulated, if you notice you're in fight, flight, or freeze, if you notice you're feeling overwhelmed, pause before making decisions. So a dysregulated nervous system often leads to reactive or fear-based choices. So regulate first, then decide. And again, this comes back to awareness. We have to be paying attention to ourselves to notice what we're feeling, what we need. So if we're feeling dysregulated, Again, we can go for a walk. We can take a couple of deep breaths. Sometimes it's like just stretching at our desk, getting up and using the restroom, something to allow the body to regulate, come back to a space where it doesn't feel as overwhelming to make the decision. So when you understand how your brain works, how your body works, you don't have to blame yourself. You'll learn to be able to support yourself in the way that you need. And high performers don't need to work harder or make faster decisions, right? That's normally the easy part for us. Sometimes what we need to learn and what we need to practice is to slow down, decrease the number of decisions that we actually have to make the bigger, heavier decisions earlier in the day when they don't feel so overwhelming, and take care of ourselves mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally in the way that we need so that things don't feel so stuck and stored in the body where we feel so overwhelmed because of all of the different things that we have going on. So paying attention to our body, honoring our needs, being kind to ourselves. And so instead of asking like, oh, what should I do? What should I do next? What needs to be done? Ask yourself, what do I need now? Right? What do I need to support myself so that I can make the best decision coming from this grounded and connected place? So if this resonated with you, I invite you to like and subscribe and share in the comments what tip was most helpful for you. Thanks for being here. Hope this was beneficial. I hope that you are kind to yourself today, take care of yourself how you need, and that you continue going out there in the world, making a positive impact, taking care of yourself and taking care of others. Thanks for being here. Bye.